Hi there, this is Renee and welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope here you'll find inspiration through my story of being stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, and it's been 6.5 years now. So I'm putting all this out into the world to give others hope and to hopefully make you laugh and inspire you and see that, yes, cancer sucks. It does, but you don't have to surrender to it. And I just want to help you through your journey. And I think what I have gone through can be applied to any area of life, not just cancer. So I'm going to just start today with the basics of my cancer story. I was 30 years old when I was diagnosed stage 1 triple negative breast cancer. Our son was 13 months old and I found the lump, which was a total God thing because I had just been talking the day before with some friends at work about breast cancer, and we asked each other if we did self-exams, and the answer was no all around. And then that next morning I just heard God tell me, you need to do your first ever self-exam. So I did, and I was shocked to feel the lump. And I kept feeling it throughout the day to see if it was my imagination or if it would go away, and it didn't. So I told my husband about it, and he said, we've got to get it checked. So, you know, those of you who have had breast cancer know all the tests you go through. And then about 10 days later, since that first day, I got the call that would change our life forever, telling me that it was indeed breast cancer. So we started chemo right away. I did 8 chemo treatments, and then I had a lumpectomy and 36 ratiations, and then I was deemed cancer-free. I was like, woohoo, rock on. At that point, I kind of took the attitude of, hell yeah, I did it. I beat this. And then 14 months later, I went in for a routine scan, and the cancer had metastasized in my bones and lungs at that point. To say I was devastated is not even a comparison. I was heartbroken. I didn't know which way was up. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know anything. All I knew was, okay, I'm gonna put my fight pants back on and let's go. I was very naive in the fact of what can happen with stage 4 breast cancer, but whatever. My husband knew, and I didn't care because I had told everybody I am not a stat. I am not going to play by those rules. So back to being diagnosed stage 4, I got another second opinion from a big hospital, and I walked in there and I knew, oh, this is not the place for me. My heart wasn't in it. So I came back to Austin and went to my wonderful oncologist, and she started me on treatment right away. My first treatment worked and then it stopped working, so we had to switch gears and got on another treatment, and it was a trial drug at that time, and it just opened up, or it was about to close, something. It was a total God thing that my cancer had changed and I needed to be on this trial. So I got in the trial, barely, and then like 8 months later, I was NED. And for those of you who don't know cancer lingo, NED means no evidence of disease. So basically, I was cancer-free. Awesome. We were blown away. It was a miracle. I was a walking miracle. And life went on. I still received my maintenance drug and, you know, kind of getting back to normal. And then one day, something wasn't right. My leg felt funny, and the breast cancer had moved to my brain. So, yeah, talk about, wow, I had no idea that could happen. Of course, my husband did, but, you know, he keeps those things to himself because if I know those things, I just obsess about them. So, had brain surgery, and even from the first brain surgery, I knew something wasn't right. I just knew something wasn't right. And I kept telling them, and we kept doing MRIs, everything looked fine. But then in December, I told them again, I was like, something is not right. We did another MRI and there was cancer again in the same spot in the brain. So I had brain surgery for the second time. Recovered. On that one, I lost the feeling in my right leg. So right now, I still can't feel my right leg, but I can walk. It just feels like I've got a big cast on and I can't feel where it lands. It's very odd. And then, you know, learned how to drive again with my numb foot and clicking along through life. And once again, my leg felt funny, and I called my oncologist and I said, my leg is funny, something's wrong. And at this point, you know, they totally believe me because when I go in, there's usually something wrong. So again, MRI showed the mass in the brain was back for a third time. And at this point, like, the doctors are blown away. They're like, this does not happen. So I go back in for my third brain surgery, and when I woke up from that surgery, I felt different. Like, I felt, I'm good. I am good to go. Let's go. And that was 18 months ago. And I have been cancer-free in the brain for 18 months and in my body for, man, since I think 3 years. I'll have to do the math on that. But yes, I was hopeless. I was so hopeless at different points in this journey, and I just want to tell you my story and my experience, and to give you hope, to let you see that, wow, this chick had a crazy, crazy story. And look, here she is doing YouTube videos to inspire others. That's my goal here. I feel like God gave me the gift of gab to tell y'all my story and to share it with you. So I'm following his commands, and we'll see. I hope, you know, this leads to people trusting and just believing in themselves. And when you believe in yourself, I believe that you're believing in God, because I believe God is part of us. But if that's not your belief, that's cool, you know, but believe in you. Like, if your gut tells you something, believe in it and fight for what you want. So yeah, that's me in a tiny nutshell, not really even, but I hope you are here to find inspiration, and I hope I'm able to provide that for you. And please email me questions about my story that you want answered, and we'll get to know each other. And like I said, this is new for me, so forgive the video not being perfect or whatever. But really, even if it wasn't new to me, it wouldn't be perfect because that's just not my thing. So, yeah, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you come back to see me here on this channel, and I hope you find encouragement and hope and drive to do whatever it is you're wanting and needing to do. And with that, I'm going to leave you today, and with love, Renee. How do you turn this off?